Hello everyone, welcome back to another custom die-cast review. Today we have a snap-on paint scheme from Bag Keselowski for the 2019 season. I've been wanting to do this for quite some time, but I could just never really get down to it because I could never find the decal set for it. I've kind of, looked for the hood pattern and I couldn't find it. Now that was the only thing that I was missing, was that hood pattern. I could do everything else, but for whatever reason, the little wood grain type design on the hood, I could just never find it. I never found a template for it. I never found it on my own. Nothing at all. I couldn't find a single thing that even resembled what it looked like. So they kind of put the project on hold for quite some time. But now, my good buddy Diecastbuffet was like, "Hey, I've kind of heard that you've been looking for this. Do you want these decals?" And he bought them off of Pados, and I paid him for it. So now we're able to do it. Now, I didn't know I was going to get multiple sets. I thought it was just a one sheet of decals, which was just one car. No, I've got 3 or 4. So I might throw this or one of these up for sale for, I don't know, sometime later on down the road. But originally, the only reason why I wanted this project was just so I could make it myself and have it in the collection, because I really liked how the paint scheme looked. It's very simple, kind of plain to some people, but honestly, I think it looks pretty decent. Now, I have not used Pados very much. I've only used it with one other project so far in terms of completion, which was a Ty Gibbs paint scheme. And not only that, it was monster decals for, I believe it was 2021 Kurt Busch, but I threw them on a Supra and kind of printed out some of my own decals in order to make it a full-on Supra. But in terms of a full-on Pados Place decal custom, this is my first one I've ever done. And once again, I want to give a thanks to Diecastbuffet for kind of, helping me get this project done. But honestly, I think it looks pretty good. Now, normally I would never use Pados decals. I've heard some bad things about Pados. I can neither confirm nor deny if it's true or not. But rumor has it, they've kind of stolen templates and stuff, which, honestly, I mean, you're going to have that with anything. I've had templates stolen that I've made. I've made very few, but some of the ones I have made have been stolen as well. So I mean, I'm just doing it for my project, and it's not like I'm making hundreds of thousands of dollars off of these certain things. But I understand when people, put in a lot of work and then it gets stolen, it sucks, they don't like when that happens. I completely get that. Now, I will say I'm not fully switching the Pados. I'm probably going to use these decal sheets that I have and then probably be it, unless there's a certain template I can't get, and then I might have to do it that way as well. But nonetheless, this was a very fun project to build, so let's go ahead and kind of get onto this. So right here we got the snap-on. Looks like I got a hair in there. There we go, it's gone. Snap-on there. Got the snap-on logo there as well. Got the Pennzoil and Ford logo down there. Got the Monster Energy banner, which normally I print those myself, but this one just looks so much better, so I think I'm going to roll with that for now. And moving on to the roof, you can kind of see a little bit of cracking. Now, I've had that happen on a lot of customs before. Normally that goes with either spraying too much clear coat or having something to do with the weather. I mean, you can see it kind of wrinkled up a little bit, so I mean, I kind of tried to fix it as much as possible, but I was going to make a, what do you call it, like a super gloss finish for this car, and then I guess where it kind of was getting later in the day, the sun was kind of going down, it kind of cooled down a little bit, and the weather changed. It kind of went to a weird matte finish, which was not what I wanted. Then I was going to spray over it once again and get that gloss finish, and then I saw that it started to kind of wrinkle up in some places, so I'm like, you know what, I think I'll just leave it be. So I got the number 2 right there with snap-on behind that. Keselowski right there on the rear banner as well. Now, this car is a little dirty. I've had this kind of sitting around for a while. I just finally got something to put together. Got Worth right there on the deck lid. Of course, right here on the back end, we got the snap-on logo there, if I can, there we go. Michigan Ford license plate there with the number 2. And then over here on the side, we got Snap-on, Light, Alliance, SKF, Auto Trader. Got Bag Keselowski with 2 winter stickers. I thought this was the car from Speed Weeks, so I'm not really too sure. Maybe this was also ran a little later on. Not really too sure, but got 2 winter stickers there. So you got Ford, can't tell what that one is, PPG, Mazak, and Safety Clean there. Discount Tire, got the number 2 there as well. A NASCAR race car, got the Monster Energy logo there as well. The Monster Energy Cup Series logo, should be more specific. I got the Goodyear logo there with some Goodyears, of course, there as well. And I did black out the axle parts. to give it kind of a more real look. Now, something I've thought about doing is taking a very small, like, whatchamacallit, maybe like a needle or like a very, very small paintbrush and kind of painting on 5 lug nuts for these 164s. Of course, I didn't think of that years ago, and then now we're switching to one lug nut in general, and then, you know, it doesn't even matter anymore. So I do still want to attempt to try to possibly paint on some of the lug nuts when it was 5 instead of 1. I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes. So we got Lincoln Welders right there. Let's see. Mechanic Square and Sunoco. You do have the front end, which there was a little more like wrinklage down at the bottom. As you can see there, I didn't mean to cut my camera. Now, the front end could be a little bit better. You know, again, this is the first time I've really kind of did paddles, which is, I mean, it's a little tricky. It really is. You gotta kind of know what you're doing. This is the first time I've done these decals, and I wasn't really too familiar with it, because normally it's just one big decal I throw on the front, because it's like all connected and everything. And these were, you know, nowhere near the same. Let me kind of zoom out a little bit, see if I can get a better. There we go. Just a little bit there. I did get some glue on the front end too, but you can see right there on the bottom with that kind of grill opening. It got a little wrinkly, but I was able to kind of save that. So, yeah, it's definitely a lot different from what I'm used to. But nonetheless, I still think it turned out pretty darn good. Now, I know I could have done a lot better, but in terms of paddles, you know, for whatever they may or may not do in terms of getting the templates, the way they print the decals is honestly pretty good. Now, the quality, you know, isn't perfect because they're custom decals, but I mean, they're really good. Like, they're super transparent. I wish my printer would print white. That's my key thing. Maybe sometime down the road I'll get a printer that will actually print white, and then we'll be doing pretty good. That's really the only thing kind of stopping me. I mean, unless I get like a different type of decal paper, because like with the decals I have to use, it has to be like a light color or a white color. Because say if you print green and then you put green on a black base color, it's going to blend in pretty well. So I want to try to eventually kind of switch decals, and then maybe get just a better printer that can actually print white, which those things are a little expensive, so I have no clue if I'll actually be able to do so. But as of right now, this is all we got. Again, I don't really think I did too terrible, but I definitely could do a lot better. Now, something I can kind of show for example here is, once again, I was talking about the front ends. So the front end here, I had to do like one by one. Like, I had to just cut everything out by itself. Now here, I actually have one of my templates, or not templates, but one of mine. So this entire front end decal here, that's all one piece. Nothing's cut out differently, nothing is separated. That's all one piece from like a decal. That's all one decal. Now for the Monster Energy there, that had to be cut out separately. All that had to be cut out separately. All that different stuff. So that front end is normally how I do my stuff if I go to like bumpers and whatnot. So, you know, I try to have one whole sheet. That way it kind of covers any like, or it kind of lessens mistakes, I guess you could say. Also, there's a sneak peek of the Ty Gibbs. But yeah, so we'll be reviewing that tomorrow. But either way, yeah, I mean, I think this is a pretty awesome diecast here. Again, it was really fun to make. I don't really make one of the more crazy like schemes in terms of like actually full-on wrapping a car. All I had to do for this one, cut out the decals, slap them on. I didn't have any design that kind of goes over the name rails or over onto the roof, over the windows, anything like that. But I do have an Almendinger paint scheme that I'm going to attempt to make. I don't know how well I'm going to do, but I'm definitely going to give it a good shot. But as of right now, we're kind of working with paddles to see what we can do here. Now, honestly, if I can get decals like this, that way I can print them out myself, it's going to be game over. That's all I'm going to say. If I can actually get a good printer that prints well like this, can leave out the background, everything like that, we'll be pretty set. Of course, I'll have to switch out my decals and stuff, but nonetheless, I think we're doing pretty good so far. Also, my chicken nuggets are ready, so I got to go ahead and skedaddle out of here. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.